Welcome to Class 13. Today, we design the week you actually want to live and put it on autopilot. Here's something most agents never hear. You have two kinds of capital to invest in your business: money and time. And you're probably telling yourself you don't have the money. Fair enough. But you are sitting on a mountain of the other kind, time, and most of it is going up in smoke. That's the capital we're going to put to work today. So what does AI actually do for you? Strip away the hype. And here's the base answer. It hands your time back. Realistically, about half of it, for $20 a month. Do everything right and it climbs toward 80%. But let's be conservative. Even half is enormous. Reinvest half of that into the business and half into your life. The younger you are, the more you lean it toward the business, because that's the half that compounds. What it's worth in real dollars. That's next week. And don't take it from me. Ryan Serhant runs a 65-agent team in one of the toughest markets in the country, right now, not from a retired coach's memory. Here's what he says about your time. Take care of the work on your desk, and you'll never worry about where the next deal comes from. It just keeps coming. Manage three things: your time, your money, your energy. He says it's that simple. So do I. And stop running around trying to do all the things. Growth comes from focus, not motion. Here's the problem we're solving. Every week fills up with what's loud: showings, inspections, email, fires. The quiet work that actually compounds, following up, prospecting, getting better, has no deadline. So it's always tomorrow. And a year of tomorrows is exactly why good agents plateau. Picture a job that pays $50 an hour, up to 50 hours a week, with the last 10 hours at 75. Would you work every overtime hour? Of course, nobody leaves $75 on the table. Now, here's the thing. $100,000 a year on 30 productive hours a week is already about $67 an hour, more than that job's base pay. The problem was never the pay. It's that you don't value your time enough to collect it. Working 50 hours but productive for 15 earns half the income. Same week, same effort. Spend a productive hour today, and you keep the benefit for the rest of your career. And watch, he runs the exact same math you just saw. Waste 6 hours a day at $50 an hour, and that's $100,000 a year. Over a career, about $4 million. You're rich, you just don't know it. Don't waste your damn life. So we do something most agents never do. We price our time. Segment your week into its real blocks. Research what each one actually pays you per hour. Then reprice your hours. You can't manage what you haven't priced, so let's price one block together. Take floor time. In the first half of this year, floor time produced about $216,000 in gross commission across 1,380 floor hours. But what matters is what lands in your pocket. Take out the 6%, then you're split. You keep a little under 2/3, and you're left with about $132,000. Divide by the hours, and an hour of floor time is worth $95.53 net in your pocket. Last year, that number was $41. It has more than doubled, and that's the internet lead push working. It's an average, so some of you are well above it, and some are still building, but that's what an hour in that chair is worth now. But here's the real move. Floor time is a block you're already committed to: 4, 5, sometimes 6 hours. That makes it the highest leverage block in your entire week. Stack the work you'd have to do anyway right into it. Your follow-up calls, your CRM, recording content, any scheduled task. Now the shift is never a zero. You clear your to-do list in time you already blocked off, and the second a client walks in, you flip into $95 an hour, net, on top of it. Low-attention work stacked against high-value availability. That's the leverage. Now, the mindset that makes all of this stick. There's a clip we love from Jordan Peterson, and his whole point is this: a schedule is not a prison. Done right, it's you deciding, on purpose, what your best possible day looks like, and then scheduling that. He literally says, make a damn schedule and stick to it. Watch the full talk on your own time. The link's on the screen, because that mindset is the foundation for everything we do next. Okay, so how do we build the week? Some of your time is anchored, the appointments and showings a client dictates. The rest is flexible: follow-up, prospecting, education, content. You decide when. Most agents let the anchored stuff and the chaos eat everything. Top producers do the opposite. They pre-block the flexible work first, then fit the rest around it. You don't need to block your whole week. Just protect 20 high-value hours. And keep 3 things separate that usually get lumped together: your calls, your prospecting, and your lead organization. Add education, content, and a short weekly planning block, and that's your 20. 2 rules on calling, because this is where most agents get it wrong. First, about 30 minutes of live calling a day, no more. Calling is intense. A 2-hour dial block is where good intentions go to die. Second, vary the time to match who actually picks up. 8 to 10 in the morning is a trap. Working people answer at lunch or after 5. Retirees, mid-morning. And new online leads, you call them back the second they come in. Here's what that looks like on a calendar. Notice the calls, 30 minutes a day, at a different time every single day. The phone time moves to meet people when they'll actually answer. And Claude personalizes all of this to your real life, which is the next part. Because you don't build this alone. Claude interviews you about your whole life, your family, your health, your faith, the non-negotiables you have to do, and your business. And then it designs the week you'd actually choose to live, with reward built in, not just obligation. This is last week's lesson made real. Delegate the thinking, keep the judgment. Now, we're not doing that interview here in the room, because the life questions deserve real thought. So here's how it works. Right now, you watch me run it once, start to finish, on my own week. Then this week, at home, you set aside 30 to 45 minutes and run your own. In that one sitting, you get your week, you drop it into Google Calendar, and you set it to defend itself. And it's all in one handout, the perfect week kit. Getting it into your calendar is simple. You connect Google Calendar to Claude one time, and then you just tell it, put these blocks in as recurring weekly events. Now it's not a nice idea anymore. It's an appointment with yourself that shows up every single morning. And here's how it survives a real week. A free tool called Reclaim runs right inside Google Calendar. You rank your growth blocks as movable, and when a client appointment lands on top of one, the block slides itself to the next open time. It moves, it never disappears. Lock the ones that can't move, like your daily call block. So when a client wants to see homes right in the middle of your education block, that block just slides over. It doesn't die. Here's the promise made real. That hour of CRM cleanup you dread every week? With one saved prompt, Claude does it in about 5 minutes. Same result, a fraction of the time. Do that across your whole week, and reclaiming half your time stops sounding crazy. This is the time you get back, starting this week. One rule to protect all of this: treat a growth block like a listing appointment. You would never cancel on a seller, so don't cancel on your business. And when you miss one, and you will, don't torch the whole plan. Peterson again, 70% beats the hell out of 0. Aim for 51% next week. Don't tyrannize yourself, negotiate. So let's land it. Today was the why. You're sitting on time capital, and AI hands most of it back. The how is already on its way to your inbox. The kit that builds your schedule in one sitting. Do it this week. Because a schedule is just a schedule, the container, not the treasure. The treasure is the hours it frees. Next week, we start on what to do with them. More deals, more income, more life. The people who show up with their schedule already built are the ones who get the payoff. Don't come empty-handed. Make a damn schedule. Then come back, and let's spend what it gives you.